Hi guys, I'm October, but you can call me Toby.
And this is Penny from 1 Cent Crochet.
Today I will be collabing with Penny from 1 Cent Crochet to create this adorable axolotl amigurumi.
Toby and I worked together to create this video and pattern, and I hope you'll all enjoy it.
So join us today and follow along and create one of these gorgeous little fellows for yourself. Let's get started. Materials to make this adorable little axolotl are chenille wool of your choice. I'm using Dolce Yarn Art, a 5mm crochet hook, scissors, stitch markers, and a wool needle as usual. You'll also need some polyfill. You'll also need some eye backs and eye inserts of your choice.
Alright, so we're going to kick things off by starting with the legs. And we're going to start off by making a magic ring. So you can do this the way that Toby is doing it here by making an actual magic ring with thinner yarn and then attaching the thicker yarn on. Or you can do what I usually do, which is use the 2-chain method with the thicker chenille yarn, and then I just do my first round into the first chain. So for the first round, we're going to start off by doing 6 single crochets into our magic ring or our first chain if you've used the 2-chain method. So we're just going to go into that magic ring 6 times and go ahead and do 6 single crochets until you have 6 in your first round. Then for round 2, we're going to go ahead and do 6 increases. So an increase is going into one stitch twice. So we're going to do 2 single crochets into each stitch. So every stitch all the way around, we do 2 single crochets into. And this will actually increase our stitches up to 12. For rounds 3 and 4, we're going to single crochet all the way around. So for both rounds, we'll just single crochet into 12 stitches. So we'll do 24 single crochets in total. So now this is the first leg complete, and you can see the 2 legs here. you're going to want to make 2 legs, but cut off the tail of one of them. So finish off on one and cut off the tail, and on the other actually leave your hook in and leave the yarn tail attached. So do not cut off the tail. And then we're going to go ahead and start on the body, and we're going to start by using the second leg that we made, the one that's still attached to the tail, and we're going to chain twice. So once, and we're going to chain again. So then we're going to grab our first leg, and we're actually going to put our hook into that first leg, into the stitch, the last stitch where the stitch marker is, and we're going to single crochet. So we'll just go ahead and single crochet into that first leg. So now you can see they're sort of attached like that. Now we are going to go ahead and we're actually going to single crochet all the way around leg 1 until we've single crocheted into every stitch from leg 1. So that'll be 12 single crochets all the way around leg 1. Then once you've single crocheted all the way around leg 1, we're going to want to single crochet into those 2 chains that you did earlier. So these 2 chains here right in the center between the 2 legs. So you're actually going to try and get your hook into the second chain that you did. It might be a little bit tricky, it might take a little bit of maneuvering, but if you can try and get it in from underneath just like that, and then you're going to single crochet into that chain. So those holes there that are opening up, we're gonna sew them up later, so don't worry about it now. But we'll just single crochet into that chain. And then we're also gonna single crochet into that first chain that we did. So go ahead and get your hook into that first chain, just like that. And then we will just single crochet into that first chain, just like we did with the second chain. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to single crochet all the way around leg 2. So we'll go into the stitch where our stitch marker is, and we will get our hook in there, single crochet, and then we are basically just going to go all the way around leg 2 just like we did with leg 1, and crochet into every single stitch until we get back to where we started before the 2 chains. So now we've done that, you can see it sort of formed like a little oval shape. The legs are basically connected at this point. And for the next round, we're just going to single crochet all the way around, starting with those 2 chains that we did in the last round. So again, it might take a little bit of a second to get your hook into those 2 chains, the other side of those 2 chains, but just keep trying and then go all the way around like it's an oval shape. So for the next round, you're going to do 6 single crochets and an increase times by 4. And this will take us up to 32 stitches. So we'll do 6 single crochets and then an increase, then 6 single crochets, then an increase, and repeat that twice more. And yeah, that'll take us up to 32 stitches. For rounds 8 to 10, we're just going to single crochet all the way around. So we'll be single crocheting for 3 rounds in total. So we'll be single crocheting 32 stitches and then we'll do that 3 times in total. So go ahead and single crochet for those 3 rounds. For round 11, we're going to do 2 single crochets and then a decrease times by 8, which will take us down to 24 stitches. So we'll single crochet into the first 2 stitches and then we'll decrease into the next 2 stitches. And then we will just repeat that 8 times in total. For round 12, we're going to just single crochet all the way around. For round 13, we're going to do 2 single crochets and a decrease times by 6, which will take us down to 18 stitches. So 2 single crochets, a decrease, 2 single crochets, a decrease, etc. Repeat that pattern until you have 18 stitches in total. For round 14, we're going to do single crochet decrease times by 6, and this will take us down to 12 stitches in total. Then we are just going to go ahead and we're going to finish off. So we're going to cut off that tail, or at least the remainder of that tail. We don't need it for sewing. And then we are just going to pull that tail through that last stitch. And that's us finishing off. We're going to go ahead and add some stuffing there. And once you've added enough stuffing, we can move on to the head. So just like last time with the head, we're going to start off with a magic ring. So Tobe, once again, is making the magic ring out of thinner yarn and then attaching the thicker yarn, or you can just make the magic ring out of thicker yarn if you like, and use the 2-chain method, or whichever method you would like to make that magic ring. So for round 1, we're going to do 6 single crochets into that magic ring. So go ahead and single crochet 6 times into your first chain or into your magic ring. For round 2, we're going to do 6 increases. So we're going to do 2 single crochets into each of the 6 stitches, and that will take us up to 12. For round 3, we're going to do single crochet, then an increase, times by 6, and that'll take us up to 18 stitches. For round 4, we're going to do 2 single crochets and an increase times by 6, and that'll take us up to 24 stitches in total. For round 5, we're going to do 3 single crochets and an increase times by 6, and that will take us up to 30 stitches. And then for round 6, this is the last round of increases, we're going to do 4 single crochets and an increase times by 6, and that'll take us up to 36 stitches in total. For rounds 7 to 9, we're going to single crochet all the way round. So we're going to be single crocheting all the way around for 3 rounds in a row. So 36 single crochets 3 times. So now we're up to round 10, we're beginning to decrease. So we're going to do 4 single crochets and a decrease times by 6, and that'll take us down to 30 stitches in total. For round 11, we're going to do 3 single crochets and a decrease times by 6, and that'll take us down to 24 stitches in total. So now this is what it looks like, and we're actually going to go ahead and we're going to add on our safety eyes. So our safety eyes will go between rounds 8 and 9, and they'll go 8 stitches apart. So we're counting down to rounds 8 and 9. I'm going to stick that first safety eye in and then count 8 stitches across, and that's where we put in our other safety eye. We're just going to go ahead and clip those in using the backings. And then once we've done that, we're going to go ahead and just add some stuffing. Now we're going to continue round. So for round 12, we're going to do 2 single crochets and a decrease times by 6. And this will take us down to 18 stitches in total. For round 13, we're going to do single crochet, then a decrease times by 6, which will take us down to 12 stitches in total. Now we're going to go ahead and finish off. You want to leave a long-ish tail for sewing, so just cut it off with a bit of length and we can pull that tail through to finish off. You'll want to add some more stuffing. And that's the head complete. Now we can continue on to the arms. So once again, we're going to make that magic ring. So go ahead, same process, or you can do the 2-chain method. And we'll attach our thicker yarn. And then for round 1, we're actually going to do 8 single crochets into that magic ring. So rather than 6, we'll do 8. For round 2, we're going to do 3 single crochets and then an increase times by 2, which will take us up to 10 stitches in total. Then for rounds 3 to 6, we're going to single crochet for 4 rounds straight. So we'll just be single crocheting every single round, and each round has 10 stitches in total, so you'll be single crocheting 40 times. Finally, we're going to do 3 single crochets and a decrease times by 2, and that'll take us down to 8 stitches in total. We're gonna go ahead and finish off. You wanna leave a bit of a tail for sewing as well. So just make sure when you cut it off, you've left a bit of length. And then we're gonna pull the tail through. You'll want to make 2 arms naturally, and then you'll want to add your stuffing to those 2 arms and make sure that they are stuffed properly.
Okay, that's going to be the end of what will be part 1 for this crochet collab series with 1 Cent Crochet. We've gone through the basics of the body today, so the legs, body, arms and head, and to do the rest of the details and the tail, come back for part 2. So hit subscribe down below so that you don't miss out on part 2, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.